I feel like I am hosting the podcast with Arthur AI, Arthur GBQ. Where did you get all that information from?
I do my research.
I'm exhausted already. I am wrecked
Do
even
you know
thinking
what?
about
It's
it.
because you're switching off. When I talk, you're switching off. Thank God our listeners are actually listening to us.
Right, let's do this. Happy Thursday and a warm welcome back to the Arthur and Donal Let's Do This podcast. I cannot believe, I'm going to be honest with you folks, if you're tuning in, I haven't seen this man in a while. And do you know what? Absence does make the heart grow fonder. How are you?
I'm very good. Well, so nice to see you. I forgot what
But
you look like.
it's not like you to be so quiet like this. You're
No, I
gentle
actually led you
today.
to lead this one because I was like, you know what? I'm not going to talk over him. I'm going to leave him to have his momentum. And you're right. I was actually talking to my husband and I said to myself, I haven't seen this man for a long time. You are actually gone. I am gone. I feel like, gee, funny enough, we'll get there. But at the weekend, it was VIP Style Awards. And I saw Lisa and he said, boys, where are you? I was like, Lisa, it was nice to see you. Goodbye. I was like, Lisa,
We have not. Like, I mean, literally, we have not been in a studio together since probably April, maybe March. It's been, but I don't know about you, but it is just, everything has just ramped up in speed. Everything is
yeah.
so busy at the moment. And I think it is that when the change of the weather kind of comes, the longer days, there's more to do. Yeah, I feel like we are catapulting towards summer.
But also
And
because as you know, you and I are doers, so we don't have excuses. No matter what, no matter how busy we are, we want to do this podcast. So we actually gather together, like whatever we can. Obviously, we have to always record between Monday and Wednesday because it's airing Thursday 12 p.m. So we're like, let's go, let's go, let's go. And so far, we kept it nice. No matter, I was in London last week. This week, actually, I am here in Dublin. So you're still in Hull. Nothing changed
yes.
there. But you
It's
know,
so well. I'm glad the listeners now have an insight into how we're recording the podcast.
that's true. Though.
But no, yeah, it's been crazy. So this week alone, we have been filming the new television show, which I talked to you about last week. It has been non-stop. We're doing 3 recipes a day. We are out in this fabulous house in Ballybough. I got told off by the owner because she was like, because I said on Instagram, we're in Meath. And they were like, we're not in Meath. We're like 15 minutes from the airport. I will say the lady, so the house is incredible. It really is this beautiful, we've managed to find a little bit of Tuscany in Ballybough.
Wow.
And it's this beautiful house that's been built, but the interior is like sort of a hacienda, it's got this kind of Tuscan hill. The floor is all like block work,
Marble?
so it's like, it's the surface is really, really strange in terms of like what you'd be used to. And so it kind of feels like a holiday home, and the kitchen looks absolutely beautiful. It's like a little kind of a little Italian kitchenette. It's fabulous.
I mean, we
And
have seen on your stories, it look actually amazing. Like it looks like you're away somewhere. That's what I love about it. It looks like you're
yeah.
really away, and it's very like catalog. That's what I would
Yeah.
describe. The way the
And
kitchen is like a catalog.
I've told the owners they definitely need to book themselves in for Home of the Year, or Dermot Bannon needs to come over and just kind of schmooze his way in at some point of the day. But it's fabulous, and it's where our little Italian kitchen is going to be. And we don't finish. I've got another full week, and then I've got Christmas. I'm doing the Christmas episodes next week, so
You
we're
are
nearly
joking.
done. Yeah, Christmas in May. This is probably the
Stop.
earliest.
So, like we spoke about this before, you actually shoot your show in advance, so much in advance. So you have to decorate everything like Christmas tree, Christmas pudding, Christmas, all that things you do.
Oh, yeah. So basically, we will strip out the set on Friday, and then we will reset it. I say we. I'm not involved in that at all.
I was
but
literally going to say, stop saying we. Your incredible,
our
amazing
fabulous
team.
team and Orla, who comes in and does the styling for the set, she'll come in and they'll basically. It'll be like Christmas overnight. You know the way you build it up for about a month before Christmas, where you have an elf and there's the whole. We
Yes,
just do it.
yeah.
We just do it in one night, and it's all
Yeah.
done. We don't
You
bring any
are.
elf on the shelf. We don't do all the all
I
the
think you should
reels you
include
do.
them. Why not? Elf on Shelf, they're actually really popular. You should include this year. I
Okay,
think you should
maybe.
do that.
I don't know how it fits into my Italian kitchen Christmas, but
Well,
look,
well,
fine.
Elf on Shelf, they travel.
We
Elf on
just need
Shelf
an
travel
elf
the
with
world.
we need an elf with like a
No,
Italian mustache or something like
yeah.
that.
Imagine. Oh, that would be so.
Yeah.
No, but that's kind of French. The mustache curl with a beret, that's Francais.
Oh, maybe that's French. Yeah, he needs.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
he
no.
needs to
Get
be
your facts right before you actually
slinging some
release the
pizza or
show.
something. Anyway,
Yeah.
the shoot is going very well. I will say I am absolutely exhausted. It has been nonstop. And then I get
Really.
home on the Saturday and the Sunday and I am
Switch off.
absolutely wrecked. And we had a big family thing on Saturday. Then on Sunday I made because you know me, I like to just never sit still. I made pasta with the boys, which as you can
Oh,
imagine, homemade pasta is lovely and fun, but probably not after you've done a full week of it. But I was
true.
inspired. I was inspired. So anyway, that's my week. I want to hear all about yours because you have been equally nonstop. I've seen you in London. I saw you. I couldn't, as because of the TV show. I was thankfully, thank you to Bianca and to the team at VIP. I was invited this year,
Yes, you were.
but for the first time ever, noted. But but
I think they
for the
invited you. I
first,
think they felt sorry for you because you're my
I
friends.
talked.
So they felt sorry because we're doing the podcast, we've done TV shows together. So like, you know what? Let's for once in our lives invite Donald Skian. And you've been on the cover a couple of times. So I think that's why they felt, you know what?
I
Let's
think
and guess what? You let them down.
they probably just saw how stylish I've been recently, and they decided.
Thanks to
But
actually Irene should have won the award just for you by styling you.
she did,
Seriously.
yeah. She has been
Yeah.
styling me for this morning. She's been styling me for a whole host of different, and obviously the TV show we're doing at the moment. But I couldn't make it because I was absolutely banjaxed, and we had a big family thing, and it was Eurovision but I didn't watch, of course, because we're boycotting.
Of course you didn't watch. Of course. Who won Eurovision?
Oh, I watched it. I mean, Ireland's not participating, but oh my God. Like, I mean, look, Ireland is not in it this year because we are boycotting, and rightly so. Absolutely the right decision considering everything that's going on. The Eurovision, despite all the scandal and all the craziness that was going on, the song that won was a complete dark horse. Did you
Yeah.
hear it? Have you heard
I
it?
heard it. I have to say I
Bangaranga.
really, really like it. I'm
I
not gonna
really
lie,
like it.
I thought the legendary Delta Goldrum, actually, she was actually gonna lift the trophy, but she
Yeah, yeah.
didn't. I
Well, do you
was
know the difficult thing is for Australia as a country to be firstly Australia in the Eurovision, it's wild, but it is because they pay a great deal of money to the EBU, and so
yeah,
therefore they were invited. I think it was maybe 7 or nearly 10 years ago,
yeah.
to take part, and they've been taking part ever since. And I think a lot of Eurovision fans are very happy that there's Australia are there, and they really get involved, and they've put together some really phenomenal acts over the years. There's a great song. By a lady called Dami Im, and it was called "The Sound of Silence," one of the best Eurovision songs in a very long time. But
Really?
I feel like Delta was right up there. So Delta Goodrum, if you remember, she had those string of hits, and then ended up
Oh,
getting
back in
married. Or did she get
2002, 2003, me and Brian, Innocent Eyes, that album, it was
love
on
that
a
song?
loop. Brian and I,
Yeah.
when we met, we were listening to that album on a loop, like the CDs, and then we had a mini desk. We were loving it. And honestly, she's so lovely. She's absolutely incredible. And actually, first time I met her, it's actually a true fact. I think she was engaged to Brian McFadden when I met her first time
That's
back in
that's what I was
London.
gonna say. That's what I
Yeah,
was gonna say.
yeah,
So well, a lot of Irish people would know Delta Goodrum because she was engaged to
yeah,
Brian
yeah. And
McFadden.
that's, I think,
They didn't get
did,
married, did they?
did they, I don't think they got married. Is that how Brian went to Australia? Was Brian a judge or
I
something
think
in
so. Yeah,
Australia?
yeah. Because then
Uh,
Sophie loves Delta Goodrum, and she was living in Australia when kind of Delta was at her peak, and she
blooming.
did this performance at the Commonwealth Games. I think it's called "Together We Are One,"
Okay.
and it was actually so we were listening back to it, and we equally loved that album. But we were listening back to it, and it turns out Brian McFadden actually wrote "Together We Are One" with Delta
No.
Goodrum. Yeah, and do you know what? They were great. There was a good little synergy
Yeah,
there. I think they were both
yeah,
good
yeah.
songwriters.
But both of
But
them are
anyway,
happy, and that's it. All good now. But no, I was rooting for her, and I thought actually she's gonna win. But obviously, because also I didn't realize, I was like, oh my god, imagine if Australia wins, we all have to go to Australia. But no, not many
no,
people know. If Australia wins, they have to actually they have like a not coordination. What do you say?
a
Something with
deal.
European country, like
Yeah, so
they
they
can
they
do.
partner they partner with
Pardon, yeah.
whatever European country it is, and basically, if Australia was to win, that country would host for them. But Delta was flawless, so I can see why you're saying
Oh,
like. I really genuinely thought that's a phenomenal Eurovision song
yeah,
performance and everything.
yeah.
But this is where Eurovision is always interesting. There's always a curveball, and this year like I wasn't crazy about the song, but the fact that it was like a dark horse. I love a dark
This is
horse. I love
awful.
one that you don't expect it. And everyone was saying that Finland with the violinist and
Yeah, yeah. Oh my god, that was going
that was going to be
viral.
that was going to be the winner, but no. I thought in my head maybe this could be the year for Delta as well. But I love that Bulgaria came from nowhere. I love that it's their first win. I love that like Sofia, as a capital city, could
Yeah.
host the Eurovision. So yeah, look,
But also her
all
dancing, I saw on internet, her dancing was flawless. The dance break
yeah,
was incredible. They had so many different levels to that song. So obviously I didn't watch it because I was at VIP Style Awards on Saturday, so I couldn't watch. So I was enjoying my life, eating food and voting
of
for
course.
everybody. But whatever clips I've seen, she absolutely delivered. So well done to her. Big applause to Bulgaria.
Arthur, how did the VIP Style Awards go?
Finally, thank you for
Now
asking.
you can. You're welcome.
Thank you for asking. No, VIP Style Wars, you know what? Since I've been here in Ireland, it's one of the prestigious, beautiful, like style events where when you go there, it's just so incredible, so beautiful. Everybody's making such a great effort to get dressed. It's like a Met Gala for Ireland, I'll say. You know what I mean? Everybody's actually making effort with all the designers. But no, I was there with Brian, my husband, and Darren Kennedy. We were
Right,
got ready
Brian,
together.
your husband. Yes, I know
I
him.
mean, just in
Yes,
case
Brian.
there's so many Bryans, you know, I'm always like surrounded by Bryans. And then Brian, we got ready, and then Darren joined us. We went all together. It was so good to see, you know those kind of events when you don't see people during the year, but in those kind of events, you actually gather with people like, oh my God, how are you? How's everything? But then also so many people there you didn't see. I was only watching the reels and the pictures. I'm like, no, stop. Were you there? Were you there? Were you there? Because it goes so fast. By the time you go in, take the picture, talk to a couple of people, do the interviews, you go in, the dinner started, you go through the what do you call it? The
Oh, I'm
criteria.
exhausted already. I am wrecked
Do
even
you know
thinking
what?
about
It's
it.
because you're switching off. When I talk, you're switching off. Thank God our listeners are actually listening to us. Thank you guys. Thank you for your support listening
So
to
you
Arthur
got,
Bruno
so you
Leon.
took the, so you took the photos. You got in. You went in and you sat down, and You're all wearing fabulous clothes. Okay,
Yes,
what
we
happened
did.
then?
But ask me, what did I wear? Just ask me,
No,
what did I wear?
first
Okay,
off, I will say I
pretend
was
you're a
obviously.
presenter. It's like, so Arthur, what did you wear?
So Arthur, what did you wear?
Oh my God. Well, Donal Skin, I'll tell you what I wore. Because I want to be sustainable, I wore my first suit I wore on a photo shoot on the beach near you in hot 5,
Oh,
6:30 in the
I
morning.
saw this. I saw this
Yes.
big long post about
Yes,
this.
it's nostalgic. It's actually nostalgic. I wore that suit for the photo shoot in 2021 November, but also it's so funny because that's the first time I saw Laura Fox. And what are the chances Laura Fox won the most stylish woman of the year? It was meant to be.
What
Big
are the
applause.
chances?
Big
What are the
applause.
chances?
Exactly. What are the chances? And the shirt was my beautiful husband wore the shirt when he started 2.5 years ago, 6 o'clock show. In one of the show he wore it. I was like, do you know what? I want to combine everything together. As you know, I love my patterns and the colors. So that's why I actually went with it. And
Mhm.
it was fantastic. I'm so happy. And obviously, a big round of applause to Dohe O'Shea. I love that man. He won at the table. We were all like pretty much all the men nominees. And he won. I was like, you deserve it big
I'm
time.
sorry. I'm sorry. I'm going to cut across you right there. You know, I'm not going to be able to let this go. Like, I'm sorry. Dahi O'Shea is the most stylish man in Ireland. Get out of town. Like, I can't. Dahi, I love you, Dahi, but Jesus Christ, like, no, I can't. Like, I cannot. This, I think it brings down the. I can't. No,
Leave
no.
him alone. Joey is amazing and he's stylish.
Sure, I just need to bring it back to myself for a second. So you know, at the St. Patrick's Day parade,
Yeah. When you were
Dahi was
hosting.
wearing. I was hosting for American TV. Dahi was
Yeah.
hosting for Irish TV, and Dahi
Um,
was wearing the same tweed from the same producer that I was wearing, which was Celtic tweed. So I, I, I feel. I mean, no. I mean, I was wearing a full, beautiful tweed. I mean, look, Dahi, whatever. I mean, it's just. I'm just
Do
saying.
I feel a little
Saying.
jealousy going on because a
Well,
straight
maybe
man
it is.
won and you're
You know
actually
what?
jealous there a little bit?
Maybe maybe there is a bit of jealousy here. Firstly, I get like a sorry little invite, and that's fine. I couldn't go, and I'm really, but not even a nomination. Not even a nomination. I mean,
Well, let me
I
tell you
now have a
something.
stylist. I have a
You
stylist now.
No, that's what I was gonna say. This year, actually, you level up your game. Do I say level up your game? So you have a
You-
stylist. So maybe next year you'll be nominated.
oh
Maybe next year,
God!
every fashion awards, Donald Skin will be nominated.
Well, listen, if Dahi O'Shea can win it, anything's possible.
Leave him alone. He looks absolutely dapper, and he
I
would
will
deserve
say
it.
your table looked great crack. So at your table, when I saw on your Instagram, you had Carl Broderick, Alan Hughes, you
Yeah.
had Dahi O'Shea, you had Darren
Mora,
Kennedy, you had who else?
Mora, Sinead, and then we
Yeah.
have Miran, and then we had Blondet and Eric Roberts. Yeah. So it was absolutely bonkers. Our table was like, woo! Party, party, party. It was actually great. And obviously, we were actually, half of us were nominated because the girls were nominated for most stylish woman and then the boys were nominated for most stylish man. So I was like, made the best man and a woman win. Obviously, we had
And
Dohi, but no woman won from our table.
and and so when Dahi got the award, did you and Brian like? Did you do that kind of thing where Rachel on Friends kind of, or Joey, you know Joey on Friends, and he gets
No,
caught
no,
and he like
no.
forgets that he has to be happy. So were you actually like, were you actually happy for Dahi?
I was genuinely so happy. Can I be honest with you? Yes, of course, it would be amazing to win, but it's life. I won once. All of us, well, like Darren won once, Brian won once. Like I think, and then obviously for Joey to have that, I love that he won. Yeah, sometimes it's good to be the winner. Like it's great, but we didn't win. It's not the end of the world. We have the trophy. Happy days. It's good to be nominated. I like to be nominated. It's actually a privilege to be nominated. So I'm happy. But no, no,
Okay.
we were very happy. But when it started, when they were announcing, we all were like, come on, let's go, let's go. We were laughing, we were howling. Everybody was competing. But no, we all did a standing ovation and congratulated him. It was a really good night, to be honest with you. It was incredible. Right, so I don't know if you have heard about, my husband actually, he's the host for Real Housewives of Cheshire, which is absolutely huge. Now there's a Real Housewives of London, which was actually, I was in BAFTA. I don't know if I mentioned I was with Juliet on the carpet in London, but listen to this. There's a Real Housewives of the Cliff Road. Wait,
Oh,
Cliff Road. It's an AI. It's an AI housewives, and it's actually took the internet by storm. But it's so in your face. When you watch the video, you're like, "Oh Jesus!" Like you say here, are they really saying that? But because it's an AI, you can do anything you want. It's basically it follows the fictional, high drama, and eccentric lives of neighborhood wives in the Tramore area. But honestly, it's like the series is an AI generated videos parody. Obviously, it's a parody because it's all fake, but it's AI. The Real Housewives franchise and taking the internet by storm. Some people are calling it the only valid use of AI. And I have to say, when I watch some videos, I'm like, oh my God, imagine if that was real. I mean, if that was real, like some people like scared to speak up the truth, but it's so funny and it's so in your face. Do you think in Ireland people want more reality TV show? Because if you think about it, Irish people don't really do reality TV shows. I wonder if people would do more reality TV shows. Will people watch it? Because Irish people always watch reality TV show, Americans or UK. Ireland doesn't really have reality TV show. Do you remember any reality TV shows making in Ireland? I don't know. I mean, I'm new here. Have you ever
yes,
had
yes. We had.
you?
I think we had Real Housewives of Dublin or something. I'm pretty sure we
No, I
had.
think they wanted to do Real
No,
Housewives of Dublin. They never
we
done it.
definitely. No, we definitely had. There was some. Well, there was California, which was one, and then there was another one that was kind of like
California.
California.
Stop. Stop. Like
Yeah,
Tala, but like California, but California.
yeah. You see what they did there?
Stop. There was a show called California. Stop. I
Yeah,
didn't know that.
yeah.
Oh
There
my
was. Oh
God.
no. So okay, just if you didn't catch all of what Arthur said there, there's there. there is this like there's basically this AI series that is going around the internet. It's going on Instagram, it's on TikTok. You've probably seen it, but it is. I have to play some for us now because it was
It's
like
funny.
it is
It's funny.
hilarious, and they're right. It is the best use of AI. So they've AI'd this like
Truly.
truly Irish reality show. Have a listen to this.
Eh, aren't you going to pick that up?
Don't be silly. We don't have to pick up our animals' poop because we're wealthy.
Tonight on Real Housewives of the Cliff Road.
Tina, what are you doing? Are you homeless?
No, Anne, I'm queuing for sourdough.
Would you look at the fucking state of Claire's dry room?
Middle aisle of Lidl job, I'd say. She has a head on her like a burst boot. Gorgeous out there.
Hi, Claire. You look fantastic. The tits are frozen.
Real Housewives.
It's a shame all the
of
cool
Cliff Road.
cafes are all down around.
What's with all the smelly bikers here lately?
Stop, girl. It's a bloody sausage fest down here.
What are you making for dinner, Jane?
Everything, but at least I look good. We're one mid mortgage payment
There's
away
some
from
men to
living
cut
in
those
Pebble
bushes.
Beach. You
They
got
can
the
trim my
prosecco
bush any
lead,
day.
Claire, you fucking cheapskate.
Oh my
I hate tennis, Trish. I'm only here because the other fella is at home. At least he's not off riding his boyfriend.
I can park
You've
anywhere
got to
except
try
for
the
one.
sourdough,
I'm on
Anne.
the Coast Road.
Try the sourdough, Anne. You won't be sorry.
Tonight.
Okay.
Watch the girls of Tramor's Elite.
Okay. I mean, to be honest, I think people are so excited about this, and it is genuinely hilarious. Firstly, they're talking about real Irish things like picking up dog poop, like going for a sea swim, like doing all that sort of stuff, queuing for sourdough, all of this sort of stuff. But it honestly has just like hit I think I'm feeling, have you ever heard of a website called Waterford Whispers?
No.
So this is like this fictional kind of they used to always do articles. I don't know if they're still around, but yeah. Anyway, Waterford Whispers, they used to do these like fake articles like I can't even give you an example, but basically funny satirical examples of like news that might have made it but actually don't exist. But I have a feeling they're behind this because it's very topical. It's always about like elements of Irish lifestyle that it parodies so perfectly.
I have to say, in the world where everything's so sad, so many crazy things happening, watching this AI kind of, let's say, reality TV show, AI reality TV show, it's so funny because you're like, oh my God, imagine if this was real. Because I guess they can say whatever they want. We know it's AI, it's fake, but it's very entertaining. So this is why I'm saying, like, reality TV is so huge now, it's taking over AI because they can create whatever they desire and nobody can cancel them because they're not real. But it's so well done. I mean, even the script, you can type anything, you can make anything. Do you know what I mean? So I think but I remember, like April 4th, 1st of April, when I posted that poster saying, the Darling Greenland, what they're up to next or what they're up to now, whatever. And people thought it was real. So would you ever, you yourself, we know the answer for me, but would you ever do a reality TV show? As in family, like follow your
No.
family life and your
No.
cooking and.
I mean, look, do you know what? No. I think, do you know? And the reason I say no is because for so many years, like we've done TV and I've been part of that world, but it does take over. And I feel like I've always had that really good thing of being able to like cook on TV. And so like,
Yeah.
and yes, we've shared personal things over the years, but I kind of, I hide behind the counter. There's a nice
You're
little
comfortable.
wall. Yeah.
Yeah.
And in a way, like, if you want to dial up the family aspect of it or dial down it, it's not really about the family for me. It's always about the food. And so the cooking and that sort of stuff. So I don't know. I could, it would have to be done right. Do you know what I mean? Like it would have to be done so that you'd have some sort of, but I think those shows, like when you think of Kardashians and how that has taken off, like shit, that's so managed. And like the
So
kid, or what's the mother's name? Kim? No.
Chris Jenner.
Kris Jenner.
Kris
Like
Jenner,
that's that's so coordinated. Like they know what they're doing. It's all, and I think like reality shows are the wrong name for them because they are like constructed realities
They are,
and like
yeah,
the way
it is.
the way you see it put together is like, and anytime you've spoken to any of those kind of reality shows, like or reality stars, they all know when they're going to give go. Like even your husband,
No, wait, no,
like your
let's.
husband in
No,
Big Brother, like when he went back the second time, I would say
yeah,
Brian knew a little bit more about like what was going to get picked up, so there's an element of you being aware, But I
No,
think
yes and no, D, because yes and no, because you don't know what the producer's gonna edit. You can still be
mm,
yourself. You can do still that, the fight or get drunk, whatever you're doing it. But at the end of the day, you don't know how the editor's gonna do, how the production's gonna do, because you can't give gold and then maybe they're not gonna translate that gold on TV. So you pretty much don't know. Even reality TV show when they do Housewives, yes, it's real, but at the same time, yes, it's produced to say, let's say you and me, we hate each other, but then the producer will say, oh, Arthur, can you go to the restaurant, have lunch? And then suddenly you walk in. And I'm like, why? But I didn't know you were gonna walk in. You didn't know. So that's what it's produced that kind of way. But everything else, it's real. So that's why they still have the reality TV show, but half of the things is produced because you have to give the juice. If it was everybody, hi Donal, you look pretty today, it'd be so boring. You have to have that juice and
okay, well, you did have a good experience when you guys documented Aoife getting
yeah.
pregnant and all of that sort of stuff. Like, how was that? Because you had cameras through a lot of that.
Again,
What was
it
that?
was real. Whatever you
Yeah,
see, it was real. Obviously, you do the shot, the beer rolls, you're shooting this, walking there, da da da. But everything you do have to be so authentic. Obviously, our one was reality TV show about surrogacy. It wasn't a reality TV show, it was just a documentary kind of thing. But
yeah,
I know how it works because no matter what, you will sit down with the producers, talk about your feelings, and you have to be as real as possible even though you want to fake it, but you can't because the attention to be real for people to see it's there. You want to make sure everybody understands what we're going through. But then of course, people fake it all the time on reality TV shows. But at the same time, if you really despise someone and you get a couple, I mean, I don't drink, as you know, but if you get a couple of drinks in you, the truth comes out. So
this
you
is
can't
true.
stop
And
that.
I see, like, even stuff that Brian would have shared with us about, like, the drama that goes on in those Real Housewives
Yeah.
shows, and it is fairly real. Like, they when someone hates someone else, they've really gone at them. Like, and it's
But also,
probably that.
like you said, they're friends, but not necessarily outside the show, they're best friends. They could be
Yeah,
friends in the show because it's a reality TV show, but outside in real life, they might not see each other. Do you know what I mean?
yeah,
So it's like a cast being put together. They're obviously in society, they know each other, but they're all brought in to do a TV show that it's entertaining. But once you're boring, nobody's gonna watch. Nobody likes boring show. You have to give something and you have to be energetic. So I think that's why the fights are doing so well because people are like, oh my God, this is actually real. It's like that's why shows like Towie or Made in Chelsea still going. It's so people are engrossed because every time there's something new happening, it's a real
yeah.
life.
Yeah,
No,
and I will
I
say, like, we did have the experience of starring in a reality show. It happened around March 2020 when you moved in with us and filmed
exactly.
every bloody aspect of our lives. So we literally had a live-in camera crew, except it was an Armenian man who, and for like, I don't know, was it 4 weeks or was it 6 weeks we
I
were all
used to
together?
actually bully you in to do
Oh
TikToks, to
my,
do this. You were so boring. Oh, you'll be sacked after first season.
I know,
He says,
I'll be
thank
over
you
it.
so much, Donal Skin. You're not coming back for season 2. Arthur, shine. Let's go.
Well, but honestly, that one did feel like we had a reality show because we had the bit of drama that we were moving across
Yeah.
transatlantic. We
Are
had
you gonna make
COVID.
it
We
or
had
not?
all with the kids. That was like its own mini little. And then you put together this like reel of all the Friends style,
The
with the Friends
friends.
theme tune.
That looked
So
like a reality TV show.
yeah, it did feel like it.
Exactly. That
It
was
did
our
feel like.
lives, which is true. Listen, that's why you want to be authentic, you want to be real. But no, talking back to this AI thing, I think it's going to kick off. People are going to love this. It's absolutely hysterical. And because you can't really upset anybody, they're
Yeah,
fake. So I think
yeah,
that's what
it
people are going
is.
to be watching it.
I don't know, like it's definitely taken the internet by storm. I love the novelty of it. The AI is a little bit creepy because you kind of start they just look a bit off or something looks
No,
off.
because also they don't have acting, so it's like very generic. Like I can't understand what you're doing. Oh, I love this. It's always like same tone. So because obviously they're not actors, but everything. Sometimes I'm like, oh my god, it looks so real. Do you know what I mean?
But I think that's the novelty of it is that like they're parodying Irish life, but it's put in a way that makes it kind of funny. Now, our next topic that is another trend that is taking over the internet, looks maxing. Now, I like the whole thing of, like my newest fad, my newest thing that I'm into.
Yeah.
Looks maxing has taken over the manosphere and it's creating new aesthetic vocabulary in the process. So what is looks maxing? Looks maxing is an online subculture focused on radically maximizing one's physical attractiveness. I love it already. Originating on fringe message boards and popularized by platforms like TikTok. It involves obsessive approaches to self-improvement, ranging from diet and grooming to extreme cosmetic procedures. I actually watched one of these last night, and there was a guy who, so basically it's all about like self-improvement, and it's like, it kind of, it borders on a bit like unhealthy, definitely borders on unhealthy. Like, I think I'm only watching it for the entertainment. I'm not going to be injecting
Going
things into my
extreme
face.
like them.
But one of the ones I watched last night was a guy who was going through all these kind of treatments, and he went to Korea, and one of the things he had to do, I don't know what they were injecting him with, but it was like thousands of pinpricks all over his face, and I think they were injecting him with salmon sperm or something like that,
Yes.
that apparently like plumps up their skin, and he wanted to prove that like how painful it was by not getting a numbing cream, and
Not
you
numbing
could
his face.
you could hear him screaming as so like I just look. I'm all for, you know, a bit of self-improvement. And actually, I will say I'm currently doing a little meal plan situation. I've got I've got a guy called Flavio, and Flavio's giving me little meal plans, and we're working towards a little bit of healthy eating at the moment. So that's my
Okay.
looksmaxxing, but that's probably as far as I would go. I don't
Okay.
think I
No, no,
would
no.
be
You do your
into
facials now. You have your mask. You do your
the
creams. You've been
mask.
like, but by the way, I've got to tell you, everybody was like, what the hell happened to his face last week when we were recording? You were so red. Everybody said, Donal skin, you better start putting SPF. They're looking after you. It's so true, guys. You all commented saying, that poor lad, you need to start
Yeah.
putting SPF. You're going to burn before you know it.
I got a lot of messages. I love the sun, and I know how damaging it is, but I forgot to put SPF on, and it was a lovely day, and I got a great tan, love a good tan. Anyway, yeah. So basically,
Please
I,
look after
I
yourself.
everyone is saying SPF, so I'm on the SPF trail. But anyway, looks maxing. So it's all about, it could be personal grooming, which can be positive, and you know, mental health professionals and Healthline do caution that obsessive looks maxing is often rooted in deep insecurities. So just
Stop.
in case you get too
Stop.
far down the line, you kind of might want to look at why you're doing it. So yeah, it's definitely one of those things where it's having like, it's trending. You're seeing these videos of people doing all sorts of procedures, but actually, you know, there is an element where you kind of have to go, do I look okay?
Why are you doing
We're grand.
that?
Now,
Yeah.
I think this
Um,
obviously is a good moment to pass this over to you, because you spent the weekend being pampered, preened, there was makeup coming out. You must own shares in makeup at this stage. The amount.
No, no, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. I hear everybody's doing what they're doing. Yeah, maybe there's some insecurities, but like I always say, you know what I'm going to say? Each to their own. But at the same time, some people are exaggerating and then crossing the line. Especially in the industry, you, me, Brian, our friends are. Sometimes you have to keep up, you know, your appearances. You have to look after yourself, because you know what? You are on TV, you are doing magazines, you are always in a public eye, so you want to look still fresh. But I don't want to go extreme that I'm not recognizable. Now, never say never. Like, I never done a Botox. People think I've done Botox. I'm going to be 46 this year. I never had Botox done. But of course, I look after my skin. Emily from Bellamy, she looks after my skin. Absolutely incredible. She does the pen needle. I did a BBL. We spoke about it. But that's actually
Sorry,
rejuvenating your skin. So,
what's all
yeah,
that? BBL, pen? What are you talking about?
BBL and pen.
Is that's the
pen.
Brazilian butt lift? That's you've had a Brazilian butt lift, BBL,
No,
Brazilian butt
it's just the
lift.
needle. Do you know what? It's just the needles that actually you
Stand
are.
up and let me see your arse.
Could you imagine? No, my butt is Armenian. I don't need the Brazilian butt lift. I have the Armenian bum. It's enough for me. No,
You've
but
an
it's true.
ABL, an Armenian butt
I have,
lift.
I have ABL, ABL. But no, sometimes you just have to, you know, I moisturize my skin. I don't go to the sun, because when I was young, I was burning, pretty much burning with like cooking oil, putting on me cooking oil to go to the sun.
Yeah.
So I want to look after myself. Now, do I do injections to make my lips big and this? No. But my next procedure, I say to you, it's my eyelids, because they're getting saggy. I would love to do something like to make them so I can see my eyes. Look at this.
So if you're listening to this, Arthur is currently pulling his face up to show his big saggy eyelids not
Oh,
flowing
stop.
over his face.
No,
Anyway,
listen.
look, all we will say on this is
All we
that,
will say.
you know what?
Do in
Sometimes
moderation, maybe.
in
In
moderation, it's
moderation.
good to look after yourself, but probably injecting salmon sperm is next level, and you might want to question.
But also be careful. Everything they do, consultation. I always say consultation is number one. is the
Yeah.
key. Don't just randomly go and inject things in your face. I think just pay attention. Like, listen, we all have this kind of things we want to change. Like, I want to change my nose. We spoke about it. I'm not going to get into it, but then I give up because I'm embracing my nose. But everything else, I like it. Just embracing it. Be
Except for
healthy,
except,
do whatever you want, but just in moderation and be careful. But some people
you
taking to extreme. Again, who am I to judge? It's your
yeah,
body, your own life.
y-
So,
your body, your saggy eyelids, your choice.
do you love football?
I absolutely do not love football. we were
I'm asking
laughing
because
we were laughing on set because what happens is like the lads be talking about football on set, and the my big joke is I jump in with, Jesus, yeah, I saw Messi. Did you see? Oh, Messi's great, and I always try and just join in the conversation despite knowing nothing about football.
can I just say something? It doesn't even sound right coming out of your mouth when you're talking about football. It's so bizarre. Like
Did
it
you
don't.
didn't see? I mean, Ronaldo, he's had a great season.
No, I can't.
Ronaldo.
I, I can't take you seriously. I literally cannot take you seriously. Don't even talk about football. But what I'm going to talk about it.
I couldn't believe they got those penalties
Oh my
right at
God.
the last minute. Right at the
Have
last
you even
minute.
ever watched football?
I was
Have you?
forced to. My brother was really into football, and then my dad was, but like I was off doing paintings and things like that. I'm baking
Yeah, your
buns.
pottery and everything. But
Pottery.
one thing I'm going to say, you're going to love this. You love your music. For the
Okay.
first time in history, World Cup final is going to have a halftime show, and Madonna, Shakira, BTS are going to be headlining. So there is actually it's everywhere. So lots of people calling this Americanized because they're like, oh, you're copying the Super Bowl, etc., etc. So the 2026 FIFA World Cup final is getting a major musical boost from some global superstars. On Wednesday, May 13, the organization announced that Shakira, Madonna, and BTS are co-headlining the first ever halftime show for the World Cup per NPR, presented by Global Citizen and curated by Coldplay Chris Martin. The FIFA World Cup 2026 final halftime show on July 19 at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey. I think that's going to be amazing. But also, not only that, according to the official FIFA World Cup Instagram account, the halftime show will support the FIFA Global Citizen Education Fund with $1. So each $1 from each ticket sold to the World Cup match is being donated to the fund in its effort to raise $100 million, expand access to quality education and football for children around the world. I'm absolutely here for it, and I'm
I'm,
loving
so-
this.
I'm sorry. Are you finished? That
Yes,
was
but I was giving you the facts. But also, it's good because I think they're trying to raise money, not only raise money, but also it's starting a new thing. But lots of people calling it's very Americanized. Do you think it's Americanized? I don't think so.
I feel like I am hosting the podcast with Arthur AI, Arthur GBT. Where did you get all that information from? Are you
I do
just
my research. Thank you, Orla. Thank you, our producer, Orla. She
that
actually
was
like literally gets everything. Orla, you're the
okay?
best.
Now, could I get that in Arthur Grulian rather than Arthur GBT? Give me the
That
rundown.
wasn't GPT. That was part of the on air with Ryan Seacrest.
So basically, the bones of that are Madonna, Shakira, and BTS are coming together and singing at a big concert.
That's what I said. That's what I said. Halftime, first ever. Because, the football doesn't really have halftime. So it's the first time they're going to do that. I think it's going to be epic. I think,
It will. But
I mean, why not? Music brings people together. Do not forget that.
Is this the first time? Because like I know Shakira, Shakira had that the hips don't lie and
No,
and the
that's that. Oh my
waka
God, here we go. You don't know
waka
football.
waka.
No, that's the theme song. Actually, Shakira's got the theme song Die
Yeah,
Die. Have you heard Die Die?
yeah.
It's
But so
amazing.
how does Shakira keep getting booked to do these football things? Is
Because
she like
there are other
yeah?
people who want to do it, but Shakira's actually hitting with all these incredible epic songs. There was another actually very famous country song. Oh my God, what's his name? I forgot. He did the song, but it was too slow. It was very too country, very slow.
Garth
And then
Brooks.
Shakira came with Die Die. Oh my God, it's so World Cup. So yeah, I think it's like her fifth or sixth song. I mean,
Yeah.
how many iconic songs she had from Waka Waka and all that stuff. So
Hang
yeah.
on, but she's gone from waka waka hips don't lie to die die.
Oh, but you need to hear Die Die. Well, Die
Oh, is
Die,
it?
it's not. No, Die Die, it's not what you think it is. It's not Die Die.
It sounds like die die. No, what does it mean? What does die die mean?
I should have done my research. Die, I mean.
What would how could I jump to that conclusion? Because the song is
Wait,
called Die
die,
Die.
die. Die, pronounced similar
Die
to
Die?
English word die, yes. It's very versatile Italian word that translates roughly, come on, come on. So,
Oh.
come on, come on.
Come on, die. Come
Oh my
on,
God, I
die.
can't believe that's the first thing came to your mind. And it's spelled D-A-I-D-A-I.
Daidai.
D-A-I.
Oh, similar
So you
but
say
different.
die, which is like, come on, come on. You need
Okay,
to
I
hear the
like that.
song. It's
I need
absolutely
to
epic.
listen.
I love
I
it.
need to
There's a
listen.
little dance to it. I might do the dance.
Oh, are we gonna
Yeah,
get it on
yeah.
the reels? Are they gonna be putting it on the reels or
I mean,
stories?
why not? It's World Cup after all. We should do the
Yeah.
jump on the wagon or the
I love
trends.
I
Yeah,
love jumping on the wagon.
yeah. So what do you
Um,
think?
I think that is going to be a great concert. I feel like it's one of those ones where we'll all sit down and actually watch it because I do think they're three fairly huge names. Firstly,
Huge.
BTS. Now, look, I don't know much about BTS bar this one song I like
Be
of
careful,
theirs.
or listening. Be
I know,
careful.
Orla, but she knows.
Be
No, she
careful.
knows I love this one song called Microcosmos or whatever it is. Anyway, BTS. Don't know much about them, so don't know what they'll be like. Shakira, huge Shakira fan.
Oh,
I'd go see Shakira if Shakira came to Dublin. I'd go see her for sure.
we should. If she comes, let's go together.
Okay, because I
No,
like
I'm
her
serious.
I like her Spanish language stuff as well. And then Madonna, Madonna's having her big comeback. This is the summer. So
I know.
when is this all happening, Arthur?
19th of July, sir. 19th of July. 19th of July for half time. It's going to be
Thank
huge.
thank you, Arthur GBT. That was
You are
great.
absolutely. Actually, fun fact about Shakira. You know, I auditioned back in the day when she was going on tour in London. Massive audition. I
No,
literally auditioned for Shakira's tour. Yeah.
this is a
Yeah.
new one. Hang on. So you
It's
auditioned,
no,
did
I
you get
auditioned.
the gig?
Obviously, I didn't get it because of some. And then
Oh,
I think they went with girls. The only girls.
they,
It was a massive audition. At the time, it was Nutricia Bernard was choreographing, and yeah, Mark Summers, he was a casting director. It was a huge casting. I went through, and then I think they went with girls, and then something happened. But yeah, I auditioned for Shakira.
amazing. And so, okay, when you're auditioning for a big, and is that's for a tour?
For a tour, yeah, it was huge. Lots of dances. Oh my God, it was like 4-day procedure or something. Well,
And do
that's
they
why I
go? So
remember it.
when you go in to audition, do you have to learn a dance and then? I promise you, this is real questions. I'm
I
not.
can't actually take you
Okay,
seriously.
Artie's looking at me like, where are we going to go with it? No, but
So
what
the,
is like? So you go in, you say you're going to be dancing for Shakira on tour.
No,
What do they
at
teach
the
you the
time
dance?
you didn't know it was Shakira. So they're saying, listen, there's a big casting happening for a tour. That was years ago. Oh my God, I don't remember a year, but there's a massive artist. We don't know the name. So you're going, there's 100,000 people. So you register your name. You have, it's like an X Factor procedure, but without singing. So they give you a number, you put it on your t-shirt, and then you have groups, and then group by group, you're going in, and then you have like a panel sitting there in front, and then they just choose. They're like, you stay, and then can you come back in 5 hours? Because they have to go
Yeah.
through everybody. And then 5 hours, it's round 2, and then round 3, and then I went to round 4, and then I think they just went with girls. She didn't have boys. At the end, they end up with girls. So I was like,
Yeah,
yeah.
but what a cool experience though. And
Oh no.
she has gone on and has continued to be one of like the biggest music
Oh
stars.
my
She's
God.
amazing.
Yeah, it was like, I'll find out which one was it, but like, yeah, it went all girls. Yeah, it was huge. It was huge. And they did in London. I will never
Yeah.
forget. It was very, very, very memorable audition.
Very
I'll never
memorable.
find
I
out.
love that. I
So,
love that.
yeah, so you were not really excited about the football, but kind of excited for Madonna, Shakira, and BTS.
Yeah.
And Chris Martin, he's going to be there, so which is great.
Meh. Chris Martin. Meh.
Yeah,
Meh.
yeah,
Meh.
yeah. I think we covered everything this week.
I feel like I need to apologize to you after this one. I feel like I've been really mean throughout. And you know, I like sometimes have a little bit of like remorse over like I haven't seen you and then I'm just coming for you when you're saying like she is a crack
No,
or
do you
you
know
know you
what? Because I think it's a frustration because you miss me and you love me so much. You're frustrated that you can't see me because we haven't seen
that's
each
what
other.
it
It's
is.
true for a long time, probably 3 weeks. And now
Yeah,
you're like, oh my God, I miss my bestie. I
I
miss
know.
having him. I miss his the AG perfume smell. I
Yeah.
miss his beautiful
That
fashion.
that
Yeah, I
lovely
understand
pong,
that.
that lovely pong that when you come in a door, you can smell you from a yes, you can smell you from 3 rooms away. Yeah, no,
Guess
I
what? Guess what?
what?
I'm
What?
seeing you soon.
When?
Uh, Next week.
What's
Wink,
happening
wink.
next week? What's happening next
Yes,
week? What?
Thursday.
What's
Next
happening
week.
on Thursday?
Wink, wink. I'm not
Why
telling
do
you.
you
Oh
keep,
my God.
why do you keep doing this winky
Well,
winky thing?
because I can't tell you what it is for. Because also at the same time, why am I telling you? Because you don't know anything. Your diary is not in your mind. In your
Let me
21st,
let me pull up my
as
diary
in oh
here.
this week. Actually, when
This
this
week.
episode's coming out, I'll see you in the morning.
What?
This week.
Oh yes. Sorry. Exclusive to the podcast. Arthur is actually coming to the set to where we're filming
See,
the Italian
I
show.
wasn't sure.
Not to appear, but we're doing a little
Why not? I
interview.
might surprise everybody. I might appear doing something in Italian. Come stai? Sì, grazie mille.
I think we should, for the crack, whatever you choose
For
to
the
say,
crack.
for our crack, we should have you come. So when we finish the interview, you could come on and do the first recipe of the day and just see if anyone notices.
And guys, by the time you're listening to this, all this been already done. So this is coming out 12 p.m. And oh my God, I'm so excited. I can't wait to see
I
the
know.
set.
Yes. So when you're listening to this, we'll have done all of this. But anyway, thank you so much for tuning in. I apologize to you and to Arthur for being such a meanie.
Guys, he's
I'm a
lying. He's
little
not
tired.
apologizing to me. He's apologizing to you. He will never apologize to me.
I'm just trying
Let's be real
to
here.
save face. I'm just trying to save face, okay? Anyway, thank you so much for tuning in. As always, listen to us on YouTube, on Spotify. You can watch on YouTube as well. And of
You can
course,
watch.
check out our Instagram for all the details on the fun. Oh, and we must mention we've got our date coming up in Galway at the end of June. So if you'd like more information,
25th of
head
June,
over.
guys.
25th of June, Galway Town Hall. Check out the details. We'd love to see you there. We're going to have a big disco party and it's going to be
I
karaoke.
can't
and
wait. It's going to
it's-
be juicy.
Actually, I need to get the confetti cannons. We need to get those confetti cannons.
I can't believe you haven't got
do
it yet.
do you want to
But
say
thank
anything?
you so
Say
much,
goodbye?
everybody. Lots of
Okay.
love. Look after yourselves. Happy Thursday. And we will see you soon. Bye. Au revoir. Bisous.
Au revoir. Goodbye.